All right, guys, welcome back to Jedi Jive. My name is Mike, and joining us again is my sister Jenny.
Hey, cats and kittens.
Very special reaction we got for you. The Book of Boba Fett is finally here. So excited. Obviously, this is Jedi Jive. I started this channel to do Star Wars reactions.
Right?
So glad Jenny's been able to join us. We've been able to branch out into Marvel and other stuff. It's been great, but we're bringing it home. Bringing it back to Star Wars. Jenny has never done a Star Wars reaction with me. I'm really excited we can do this.
The first one on this channel.
It's interesting, though, because obviously, you guys who are subscribed to the channel, you guys know I'm obsessed with Star Wars. I'm not like a crazy next level Star Wars fan, but I know my Star Wars stuff. I'm pretty good.
Do.
So, and you're more of sort of you're coming at this more as like a fan of The Mandalorian and of Tamora Morrison.
Yeah, I would say that. And of Ming-Na Wen. Yeah.
And so, like, you're not so much a Star Wars fan as you are sort of a them fan. And their characters and Boba Fett.
I mean, I would qualify that, but for these purposes, I'll go with it, sure. Yeah, I am a giant fan of both of them, like, independent of this project, but I also am a big Mandalorian person, and as everybody knows, this was by far my favorite storyline in both seasons of The Mandalorian, and I'm, like, pumped to see
I'm excited.
More of it.
All right, so let's get right to it. One thing that has to be addressed is that when we left, well, first of all, Boba Fett's been reintroduced in The Mandalorian, and he's got this new storyline going, but it's hinted at in The Mandalorian, you know, he's obviously went through something rough, and things are, you know, a little different for him now. When we left him in Return of the Jedi, he had just fallen into the Sarlacc pit, and, you know, essentially Boba Fett was dead, and then The Mandalorian answered the age-old question of, oh, did he end up dying in the Sarlacc or not? So
turns out, no!
So, obviously, he lived, but that story of how he got out of the Sarlacc is unavoidable. They have to address it somehow. It's just...
I'm hoping for an epic theatrical monologue where he tells his tale.
Well, yes, exactly.
You know?
Whether or not there's a full scene depicting this or Tamora Morrison like gives a monologue talking about it,
right?
It's unavoidable. Not only is it
to be addressed.
Not only is it narratively super important for them to like get that story told, but there's people that have been waiting 40 plus
literally
years
40 years to find
hear
out.
the story. Yeah, so like give it to us. All right, maybe it won't be this episode, but I feel like it kind of has to be. But anyway. This is super exciting. I'm really, like, we've been waiting all year for this. The Mandalorian was just, like, you know, this is the whole reason I started this channel. So this show was like a spin-off of a spin-off of a spin-off almost. Because Boba Fett is like a side character in Star Wars. Mandalorian is like a spin-off of, like, the idea of Boba Fett. But then Boba Fett appears in The Mandalorian. Yeah. Now he's got his own show. Guys, this is awesome. I'm so excited.
Being John Malkovich up in here.
Let's jump in and have some fun. Let's do it.
Right.
Oh, it's like a back to tank. He's healing.
Yes, look at him. Is this already the flashback? Is this how he survived already?
Well, yeah, but this is post Sarlacc.
Right, but I mean, is this going to tell us about?
Maybe he'll be dreaming about it. Oh, Camino.
So we're in his.
He's dreaming about his origins
now. Yeah.
His dad.
Oh, yep. Little prequel trilogy flashback.
Daniel Logan. I wonder if they'll give him some screen time as like a
full-grown adult.
A young adult. Yeah. That would be it. Oh shit! He's in the Sarlacc.
He's in the Sarlacc pit. Oh. It's
no way.
Jonah in the belly of the whale right here.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, I like. Oh.
Dead stormtroopers left and right.
Dude, this is awesome, but I don't want to see this. This is the stuff of nightmares, dude.
Yeah. In actual fact. Oh.
Oh my god. Oh.
This dude has some real stones, man.
Oh my god, dude. We just saw the inside of a Sarlacc.
Oh my god. Are you effing kidding me?
Oh my god.
Look at the gaping maw just still right there.
Ugh. So that's interesting. He came out
The pear on this dude. Oh my god.
Did he kill it? Is it dead? It must be. It's not
It has
moving.
to be.
Yeah.
He like blasted its insides, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
And it's not roaring at him or making a fuss or anything.
This Jawa's picking him up.
Mm.
I mean, we may see Timothy
I was
Oliphant.
gonna
Yeah, we
say,
may.
yeah. I love Tim Oliphant. It would be so cool if he showed up. That was a great character.
Oh my god, he's
Look,
so
he is
effed up.
messed up.
Oh, it sucked, dude. Like stomach acid.
Give him some root juice.
Some
That'll
sustenance.
fix him. Shout out to the cinematographer here. This is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Let's go! Oh, it's a kid. We've never seen
Yeah,
a kid.
child.
Never
Just
seen them in black robes.
Further
either.
erode all the stereotypes that people in this world have about them. They have families like everybody else.
My god. Oh, this is cool. This guy's like the chief.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so cool.
Look at what a great costume. Like, look at this costume design.
And that's a female, probably. Like, we've never seen a female Tusken Raider either.
Yeah, again.
Oh, yes, we have. The women and the children that Anakin slays.
Yeah, Anakin's
Yeah.
rampage.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, he's just flashbacking while he's healing.
Yeah.
This domesticated dog type species we saw in The Mandalorian.
Aw, it's cute.
Oh. What you doing, Boba? Oh no. Don't kill it.
This guy's like, he just fought a dang Sarlacc. He's gonna mess with this guy now?
Oh, he punched it.
Don't punch the dog.
Nice. Aw, poor Dougie. That's interesting. They're showing this kid. I wonder if this is a character we'll...
This is definitely gonna come back
A character
around.
that we'll see again.
100%.
Oh my goodness!
Being chased by a hellhound. Right out of camp.
So we know he, like, gets into their culture a little bit because he uses their weapons. And so they must, like, adopt him or
This is
something.
very ritualistic in a way, almost like that thing in Dune.
In Dune,
you know?
yeah. He's got to fight the warrior
gotta
to prove
fight
himself.
for honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh! All right, so this guy's actually
This guy
a badass.
does not get a break, though.
Damn.
Oof.
This guy's just had the worst day ever.
Like, in any universe. Still kicking.
Wow. All right, now we're back to present. Fennec's here.
There's my girl.
Nice.
Just having a little spa treatment,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, yes. Let's get suited up, baby.
Suit up, armor up.
Oh, yes. That deserves a golf clap.
Classic dent.
Golf clap.
Yes. Tithing his subjects. Yep. Paying their protection.
We really need a protocol droid.
Drasi, leader of the Trandoshan family, protectors of the city center.
That's weird. I used to work for him.
It's even weirder for him.
That's weird.
Tidings to the new daimyo.
It's an honor to be welcomed.
Is it a
Nice.
Wookiee skin?
It appears to be a Wookiee skin. You're
That's awful.
Next.
Actually, there is one other matter.
right. Oh, my God. Push your luck.
The matter of tribute.
I'm confused.
He wants payment from Boba.
He wants you to pay him.
Oh, my God. Let's go.
Oh, he's supposed to pay me.
I'm the crime lord. He's supposed to pay me.
The guy was that close.
I know.
You were that close.
Like-
but-
You should have let them carry you on a litter.
I'm not being carried around the streets.
Boston
It's
Dynamics.
Boston Dynamics robot dogs. Why?
Love it. Those are
Why?
real.
Kill them.
Max Rebo!
Look at this. Oh my god, what a nostalgia trip.
Oh my god,
Oh
there's
my
the
God,
droid
this
drummer.
is amazing.
And the one of the cantina musicians too. Some Twi'lek hookers.
Apparently.
A service and clean. Nice. They have Twi'lek gigolos too.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Hello.
Here to partake in any of our sundry offerings?
The madam.
Would you like your Gamorreans hosed down and fed while we are sequestered?
Hosed down.
Down and fed. Would you like me to water your horses? Is what she just said.
I'm just here to introduce myself and assure you that your business will continue to thrive under my watchful eye.
Protection racket.
Oh.
Already a challenger. Few challengers.
Yes. Yes. These guys are like some sort of Ninja Turtle foot soldier. Assassin's Creed.
Right.
Oh my god, the crazed look on his face.
Right?
Oh!
Ooh, that looked like it hurt.
Yeah, ninja. Overkill. Oh my god, that, look at just like left a
God.
hole in the wall. Got some parkour
Yeah.
actors here. Oh, yep, definitely got some heavy
Nice.
parkour here. She's keeping up with them.
Again, beautiful.
Yeah, love the shots.
Beautifully shot.
Yeah. This will be easy
She
for her.
has like two of them against her. They have no chance.
Oh, right over the edge. This has to be Ludwig Göransson. The music is so,
yeah.
reminiscent of Mandalorian.
What do you want me to do? Dig. Dig for that.
Oh, it's that black drink that they gave Cobb Vanth. It's like a cactus.
Succulent of some kind.
Yep.
Oh,
what's this?
what's this now?
Great Dragon. Yep, Great
That's
Dragon.
a claw. That's talon right there.
He's gonna move. Yes!
Oh!
Oh, it's a lesser Great Dragon. It's a lesser Great Dragon. So it's like the smaller
Version.
Bro!
Yo.
Oh, that was awesome! Let's go!
Look at that.
Are you kidding me? It looks like Goro from Mortal Kombat.
Looks like-
What? What? No! Don't hurt him!
Please protect the
Oh.
dog. Never hurt a dog.
What am I? Is this supposed to be a lesser Krayt Dragon?
I think this is something new. I feel like this does not resemble a crate dragon.
If it's something new, like Jesus. Oh my goodness.
Oh my
That
God.
chain just like happens to be barbed too.
Yeah.
Did he cut its head off? Oh my, what?
What? All right, respect.
Oh, the kid loved it.
Right?
He loved
He's
it.
like, look what I got.
Okay, so this is how he gets accepted into their tribe.
They'll
Yeah,
write
yeah, so, like-
songs about him.
So like the big tremor worm style one you saw in Mandalorian, that's like the greater Krayt Dragon. The like
Yeah,
enormous
I
one.
remember.
This might be the lesser.
Lesser.
Krayt, yeah.
He's already becoming a folk hero, right? Like
Yeah.
they're literally writing the Ballad of Davy Crockett about him as we speak. Gives him the chief gives him the water.
Nice.
Have mine here.
Yes. Respect.
You've earned it.
Respect.
Yeah, buddy. It's so good. It's like that first sip of
Yeah.
Coke.
Right.
You know?
All right, Robert Rodriguez. Nice. Okay, and like
So
same
it's
exact
the-
like
the-
we're gonna
like,
get these
yeah,
artistic
the art,
frames.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to look at all of these frames one by one afterwards.
Yeah,
Just
but
like
this
The
is just like
Mandalorian.
the Mandalorian with the beautiful concept
And
art.
not even like that, but just sort of like the helping the village slay the dragon thing is a direct mirror of the first episode of season 2 of The Mandalorian
Yeah,
with Cobb Vanth
with-
and them going to kill
yeah,
that crate
to
dragon.
that crate. Yeah.
It's not confirmed that that's the lesser crate dragon. I'm gonna go
But
ahead and
either way,
assume
the
that
story is resonant with that same episode.
by the
from
time we post this
The
on YouTube,
Mandalorian.
we'll have figured it out. I don't know right now. I'm sure you guys will let us know in the comments. But I mean, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I guess that was one of those sort of half CGI, half practical. Like when it's him on top and you're like dealing with a physical part of the creature, it's like a real. But then like when it shows the whole thing, it's CGI.
Like,
It's-
yeah, reared up.
But
and-
they did a pretty good job there of making it seem like it was real and it was there. It felt a little clunky and awkward as a creature. It might confuse some people. Like you get that blatant dragon hand in the sand, and I was like, "It's a great
we
dragon."
were both
what?
like, "It's a great dragon." But
And then all of a sudden, I was like, "Wait,
it's
this reminds me of like
weird sort
Goro from Mortal Kombat."
Yeah, this like weird sort of like,
But, like,
I don't
the
know,
reptile version.
spider lizard creature.
It was cool though.
It was very dramatic.
Yeah,
Honestly, I mean, the art direction all around
Yeah.
in this episode was amazing.
Cinematography. yeah,
was gorgeous.
yeah. Great ambiance with the music and everything.
The
They've done
fight choreography, the parkour, like every sort of different aspect of the production design.
Yeah.
Was just absolutely beautiful in
Loved
this
it.
episode. So good.
Looked really, really good.
I could not possibly have asked for more out of that opening scene. It's funny because the one thing you mentioned going in was like we have to address
yeah,
that
it's unavoidable,
backstory.
and it's the first thing they went
first
to
thing
right
they
away,
did.
and it's okay, good.
But that was, I mean, to shoot in a sandstorm like that, to capture the mood of it's low visibility, there's no visibility, but to make it visible to us and to make it beautiful, that was actually like a real feat,
Yeah.
a real artistic feat. And it was
Yeah.
just so...
in that Lawrence of Arabia kind of
Yes,
way. Yeah,
exactly. It was so beautifully done. Immediately, this has always been a Western. Star Wars has always been
Yep.
a spaghetti Western.
Yep.
But especially because sort of the origin of this story within this timeline, within this portion of the Star Wars universe, was in The Mandalorian and was in that like Magnificent Seven, Cobb Vanth, Wild West episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what was really interesting was that right away we're flashing back to the timeline of Return of the Jedi, so about 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But we got like a number of references to like very famous Western films and Western themes. Like I mentioned Dances with Wolves.
Yep.
When Kevin Costner is like a Civil War soldier who is
Yep.
rescued and then healed and adopted into the tribe,
Yep.
the Native American tribe.
Yep.
And
Only here the white
I
savior
know.
character is finally kind of a guy of color.
I found this very interesting because the Mandalorian has always been very decolonial, very pro-indigenous. That Cobb Vanth episode, there was that whole thing where Mando made some comment where he said they're Tusken Raiders,
Yeah.
like call them by their name, don't use a racial slur to, and he said like it's their land, they were here first. It was this whole theme in that episode.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're seeing here is a group of indigenous people, just like in Dances with Wolves, but he's not the white settler. He's like the actor is an indigenous person.
Yes, that's what's great. Love it.
Significant.
Love it. Love it.
From a colonized country,
Yep.
and the character is this sort of like man without a nation.
Yeah.
This like unmoored sort of
Yes.
rootless, nationless man. And he starts off, it's significant that he started off by thinking of his home planet, by thinking of Camino. And,
Yeah.
then it went into this, like, what happened to him. But then I thought of, immediately I said, like, Jonah in the belly of the whale. It's biblical. You
Yep.
know, he's swallowed by a whale. He gets out. That's a whole
Yep.
theme in literature.
Yep.
But then you also get, like, Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant, like,
Yes.
battling a bear.
Yes.
And then hiding inside, or, keeping warm inside the innards of that horse.
And despite taking like mortal wounds and injuries that most people would
would
succumb
not
to,
survive.
it just keeps
right.
going and going and
these
going.
are both
Yeah,
modern westerns. Like Dances with Wolves is a film from the 90s, and The Revenant is a film from just a few years ago. These are both contemporary westerns, but like immediately I was like, oh yeah, I see the resonance
Yeah.
with those two films. There's also, we all know Katie Sackhoff from this universe
Mhm.
playing Bo-Katan. There's a scene in Battlestar Galactica where she does the exact same thing. There's this sort of, it's like a sentient being that's like half animal, half robot.
Yeah.
And she has to go inside its gnarly, disgusting, like stuff of nightmare innards and
Yep.
like hook up its vessels, which are also kind of wires,
Yep.
and fly it.
Yep.
rogue style, and it's like only her character could do that. Like only she is that much of a badass on that show. And I immediately was like, oh, that's funny. That's sort of like meta because she's in this universe as well.
There were so many cool little details in here that were like for instance, like that Bacta tank was like I said, that if you've seen the movie Elysium with Matt Damon, or it's like it looked like one of those stereotypical like pods that like a rich person would go into to heal themselves. Which is what it is.
Yeah, they
in the
have
Star
them
Wars
in
universe.
like in the Ridley Scott universe
But
as well, and Prometheus.
The Bacta
they're always doing
we've
that.
seen Darth Vader in a Bacta tank, and it's usually like this upright, like you're sitting in it or you're like suspended in it. It's not rarely sort of like this, like they're lying down in this like sort of fancy bed almost, or like if you've seen Prometheus,
Yeah.
like
Right, that's what I was just saying. The Prometheus, the tubes that they go in.
So it gave the impression
idea.
that it's like, oh, he's in a palace. This is like the rich person version of the Bacta tank. This is the bougie.
For sure.
Almost like you don't even need to for healing. It's just for like sleeping in, or it's just that like
You go to get like
the way like NFL players go in like hyperbaric chambers at night. To,
right, exactly. Well, the other thing that it makes me think of though, not only the hyperbaric chamber, because like those are people in peak condition trying to maintain their peak condition or improve their peak condition, but it also sort of resembles in a way like an iron lung.
Yeah.
This guy is not well.
Yeah.
He has been through
and we
some
pointed
stuff.
that out too, where it was like, okay, Boba Fett is always going to be like holding his own in some respect, but they've kind of depicted here where it's like, no, he's not entirely fixed yet. Like he's clearly still ailing.
He's still suffering.
Yeah.
And it's important that he has Fennec and now the two like bodyguards.
Yeah.
The loyalists.
And we've kind of heard about this in The Mandalorian, where he was, like the Jawas and the Tusken Raiders or whatever nursed him back to health, but then he nursed her back to health. But now she's kind of like at his side helping him still.
Yeah.
Because she's
this
got
is a developing
lifelong
codependency.
loyalty.
This is like an absolute codependency at this point.
And as Din Djarin referred to her as a, what did he call her? He was like a lethal assassin or something, or like basically she's a mercenary that's like not to be effed with.
She's
and
the baddest bad in the universe.
And we were like, oh, like two ninjas? This will be easy for her.
Well, and this is, I mean, this is amazing. The sort of status that's
elite
established
mercenary,
for him.
that's what he calls her,
mercenary. The status that's being established for him already was like he was rescued by this village of Tusken Raiders. He was, given some, I don't know, root goo or grub goo or whatever that was, but they were basically sort of treating them as servants, as like indentured servants, him and the Rodian.
Yep.
And then he proved himself by killing that dragon thing.
Yeah.
But it's like already you see the legend of Boba Fett being established. It is very Davy Crockett. They killed him a bar when he was only 3.
Yeah.
Like you can see like a generation down the line, they're going to be telling stories of the time the dude like beheaded the gnarly dragon creature with nothing but a piece of chain.
And we kind of like theorized like on the spot, like maybe they'll bring this kid Tusken Raider character back more, and that he'll be sort of a recurring, like Boba's influencing him, or like he's looking up to Boba in that way.
Wants to be just like him when he grows up.
We'll see what happens with that. I don't think they'll like unmask a Tusken Raider at any point. We've never seen what they look like underneath there. I think they'll probably keep that way. I don't think we'll ever see one outside of a mask, but we do hear Anakin refer to like the women and the children that he slay.
Right.
And maybe you kind of see them in the background in Attack of the Clones, but here like we really got our first glimpse of like children Tusken Raiders.
Women,
and, like, a woman,
children, the
chief,
leadership hierarchy, like it is very much like an indigenous.
They were very
village.
homogenous up until this point, and now it's like okay, they actually have.
And
like,
I'm sure that is being done
yeah.
consciously, because in 1977 when they had like the Sand People and they were just like generic bad guys.
Yeah.
There were still like really gross westerns with like generic Indian savages being made at that time in history as well, and the original movies were very much, they were spaghetti westerns. They were beholden to that sort of like John Wayne legacy, which is not a good legacy in a lot of ways. And The Mandalorian has consciously countered that again with this whole like it's their land, please call them Tusken Raiders. They've like made an effort to not to deal in stereotypes just because the stereotypes are already there or already exist. They're going deep on these characters that we didn't think of as like full characters with inner lives until this point. So it's like, oh look, there are women, there are children, they have a leader. He has a really badass like regalia that he's wearing. He seems to have a sense of humor at the end when he just kind of hands him the cup.
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, buddy,
It was
all yours."
it was something that I
This is
really
all
appreciated
you.
in The Mandalorian was that depiction of the Sand People and they're like, well, these are actually like Din Djarin speaks their language and they're not just savages, they are actual people too. So yeah, like. And now, in this show, now our lead characters are a New Zealand native and
she's
an
she's
Asian-American.
Chinese.
Yeah, so
she's actually not even Asian American. She's straight up from Macau.
she's straight up Chinese.
And so there's such a meta story, which is that those are both indigenous people from colonized territories, and there's like a reclamation going on for their characters in the show. They're displaced people without like a home in the universe who are claiming their little plot of land. They're becoming settlers in a way, but the fact that you've got these indigenous actors playing the roles, sort of being immigrants themselves in this role, there's something very beautiful and meta about that, like, reclamation.
Actually, I just remembered they did something very important with gender too, and that's that the Twi'leks are always depicted as female hookers. Female prostitutes, female escorts, beautiful females that are like eye candy and there for like to give you a massage, to have sex with, whatever. They finally show
they had the male,
a gigolo,
like,
and it was like, okay, this isn't
that
just
attractive green gentleman.
Male objectification too, people. All right,
absolutely.
So that I thought was really important because it's always about the tits and the ass with the with the females.
Well, again,
I
mean, it's something when you think about. I mean, we're in the Jabba the Hutt's
Twi'leks
world.
in general are body servants.
The very, very obvious reference point is like what Jabba the Hutt did to Princess Leia, and how the actress Carrie Fisher was like 19 years old and miserable during the shooting of those scenes. She was like, I was in a bikini, no one gave me a blanket, like
they don't wear bras in space, according to George Lucas.
Like it was just she was so unhappy during that scene, and she spoke about that afterwards, after the fact. And they're really compensating for that. They're like, okay, here's some gross stereotypes that we indulged in the 70s when we didn't know better. Let's do better.
Let's make it even ground now.
Let's just do better. Yeah.
And I guess in a way you could even say that they're representing sex workers too.
Oh, for sure. I mean, why not? They're doing their job.
It's another
like
form of
everybody
representation.
else.
You know, it's not. It's so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have only good things to say about this episode. I was so into it.
I know I can't really talk about them too much with you because you're not as familiar with Star Wars as I am, but there were definitely lots of tiny little, prop Easter eggs and cool little things. So I'm like, oh, very recognizable items. A lot of people will point out and all that stuff. So, Tatooine has always been kind of like the home base of the Star Wars universe.
That's where we began. It's where the whole thing started.
It's the origin of everything in terms of like that's where Luke was, that's where Anakin
and
was
where
from,
audience attachment to this.
And
began,
now, so it's pretty safe to say we're probably going to be spending the bulk, if not the entirety, of the show on Tatooine.
And it lends itself to the sort of Western format because it is this like desert planet and it has the beautiful rolling sand dunes and
the one thing I'm a little bit like I wish there was more was I do wish it was a little bit longer. The episode was pretty quick.
Yeah, it was very short.
It was good. I enjoyed it. The content was there. There's gonna be the fact that there's only 7 episodes in the show means I want.
We're gonna be left wanting more.
Yeah, I don't want to be too hungry at the end of this. Although there's that doesn't mean they won't be able to have a season 2 or anything like that. But I was hoping for a long first episode, and I'm hoping that all of the episodes after this are at least this long. I don't want to see any 22-minute.
Yeah, that would be such a disappointment.
Yeah, let's
not that they won't do beautiful stuff with that, but like we just clearly are going to be left wanting more no matter what at this point because there's so much. I mean, this was just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
Everything they did was beautiful, but it was really mostly flashback.
I mean, we've been able to talk about this for like 10-15 minutes already.
And it was an episode that was mostly flashback. We've kind of just caught up to the present tense. We saw them beginning to establish their protection racket, putting down foes, and like just getting their feet dug firmly into the ground.
Oh yeah, and then one more in terms of the escaping the Sarlacc. I guess he did kill it by burning it from the inside out because none of its tentacles were moving when he got out. But he didn't leave through the mouth. He left through like the sand. Like he kind of
he came out the
burrowed
side.
out the side.
Burrowed up. I mean,
so I guess that's your answer right there.
God,
but that was the thing.
Killed him a bar.
Like, I was wondering if they were going to show a scene like actually inside its stomach with all of the goo and
that was
horrifying.
horrifying.
Yeah. And there's like a
fuel.
stormtrooper like over just dead. Yeah.
I
just anyway, it was awesome, guys. This was awesome.
Good.
I can't wait to see more. This is great. And I'm so glad, Jenny, that you were able to join me here.
Such a treat. So good.
So guys, let us know what you thought about this opening episode in the comments below. We'll put up a fully unedited reaction on patreon.com/JediJive. Go check it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye guys.